Sì, è il 4, sì, un 4, anche un 4-1. Sì.
So Frank saying that Devon has a very big ability of making people weaker, let's say, and going inside the head of his opponent. And he thinks that both Frank and Georgie didn't perform as best as they could because Devon is a master at mind games and like distracting them, not letting them express themselves at their best. But he thinks that this thing won't work on Levan, and Levan is likely too strong for Devon to win. But strangely enough, Frank said that he thinks that Levan will win, but not a clear sweep.
So not as dominant as the first time?
Dice non come la volta prima.
No.
No, not the same way.
Yeah, but that part is interesting. I will quickly say, because Michael says once the match stops, it's over. While you are saying maybe harder, then when you say harder, what is harder? There is no stop? There is no stop?
Se fa, se ha imparato, c'è niente da fare.
So he's saying that Levan will get more tired, but he will have worked on his endurance after the Hermes match. But at the same time, he doesn't think that Devon is going to stop him. Just that Levan will feel him way more than the last time, and that Levan will win without a stop, but it will be way harder for him. Like, let's say that last time he flashed him like this, and this time he will still win, but like he will feel Devon
I
more.
understand. Yeah. And Michael, this is not like the auto strap. They will start without the strap. Do you think there is a possibility Levan to win without letting Devon go to strap?
Yes. But so I'm going to go ahead and elaborate on my stock prediction. Devon stops the match with any type of crack in Levan's wrist. If he stops the match and Levan has control, Levan can beat him. Yeah, I mean, if the match stops and Levan has control, I don't think that Devon wins from there. If Devon cracks Levan's wrist, if Levan hits full side pressure and his wrist goes back a little bit, and Devon's full blown kings or whatever it takes, if that wrist gets compromised, that's when I believe Devon can win. If the match stops and Levan has control and Devon just stops the match, I don't think Devon wins from there. I think Devon has to have a chink in the armor. He has to crack the wrist, in my opinion.
Yeah, so you are saying that it has to be only outside stop.
Yeah, I don't think he goes towards him. And he's saying, I mean, some people are saying he's going to try to go towards him. I think that's the worst mistake you could possibly do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Devon can do it, but that's not what I think is going to happen.
Franks as well says that there are different type of stops, and like Michael said, there is one type of stop like this, and one like stopping someone like this. So to stop and win, it needs like really a good stop, not like just a random stop like this.
Michael, just say that Levan went outside, and do you remember the way that Georgi put Devon, like the position that Devon lost a little bit wrist, but he had the pronator, so he stopped him like this. What if they both don't have the wrist and they both go like, and Devon's wrist is like this bent, but he has the pronator?
Yeah. So here's the deal. This is my belief. Certain people who arm wrestle can arm wrestle without their hand and wrist. They still have their pronation engaged. Devon Larry, Todd Hutchins, myself. Dominant arm wrestlers such as Levan and some of the other greats that we've seen, the moment they lose what they need to win and it goes back, they're not as confident. Where people like myself and Todd and Devon, we have supreme confidence because we've been there a million times, right? Probably not a million times, but we've been there a bunch of times. So if the matches go there, you have one guy who is very uncomfortable in that position because he's not used to arm wrestling there. And you have someone who's extremely comfortable there because he's very used to arm wrestling there. So if the match ends up like that, I 100% think Devon's going to win.
Okay, so what you are saying that as long as Devon maintains his pronator where the stop happens, then that is possibly he's gonna win. You're saying, no possibly.
I think if Levan's wrist gets opened at all, if his knuckles go back past his wrist, that is the moment where
Devon's wrist doesn't matter. Devon's wrist doesn't matter as long as Levan's wrist is bent. You are saying that
that's
Devon
what I
is
believe.
Gonna win.
Yeah, that's what I believe. I mean, I've always believed if I was strong enough, like if I had the power to stop the match for Levan and I stopped him that way, I think the same thing would happen to me. There'd be this crazy switch that I'd be willing to break everything I have to win that match. And I think Devon's going to be the same place. You know, because you're going against the strongest hand I believe we've ever seen in the sport. I think Levan has the strongest hand we've ever seen. So to win the match, you have to beat the strongest hand that's ever been here. So the moment you see that wrist go back, your confidence is like, I'm in this shit. Like, and I think that's, if that happens, that's where we see an entirely different Devon Larratt than we've ever seen before.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.